Balagangadhar Tilak. Balagangadhar Tilak was born in Ratnagiri, Maharashtra, and was raised there until the age of 10 when his father took a job in Pune. He was educated at Pune, where he earned bachelor's degrees in mathematics and Sanskrit. Tilak studied law, receiving his degree from the University of Bombay, now Mumbai. He then turned to the task of awakening political consciousness of the people through two weekly newspapers that he owned and edited: Kesari, the Lion, published in Marathi, and the Maharatha, published in English. Tilak sought to widen the popularity of the nationalist movement by introducing Hindu religious symbolism and by invoking popular traditions of the Maratha struggle against Muslim rule. He thus organized two important festivals, Ganesha in 1893 and Shivaji in 1895. Tilak's activities aroused the populace, but they soon also brought him into conflict with the British government, which prosecuted him for sedition and sent him to jail in 1897. The trial and sentence earned him the title Lokamanya, beloved leader of the people. He was released after 18 months. When Lord Curzon, the Viceroy of Bharat, partitioned Bengal in 1905, Tilak strongly supported the Bengali demand for the annulment of the partition and advocated a boycott of British goods, which soon became a movement that swept the nation. Tilak's approach was strong fare for the moderate Indian National Congress, which believed in making loyal representation to the government for small reforms. Tilak aimed at Swarajya, independence, not piecemeal reforms, and attempted to persuade the Congress party to adopt this. The British government prosecuted Tilak on a charge of sedition and inciting terrorism and deported him to Mandalay, Burma, which is now Myanmar, to serve a 6-year prison sentence. In the Mandalay jail, Tilak settled down to write his magnum opus, the Srimad Bhagavad Gita Rahasya, Secret of the Bhagavad Gita, also known as Bhagavad Gita or Gita Rahasya, an original exposition of the most sacred book of the Hindus. Tilak discarded the orthodox interpretation that Bhagavad Gita taught the ideal of renunciation. In his view, it taught selfless service to humanity. Earlier in 1893, he had published the Orion, or Researches into the Antiquity of the Vedas, and a decade later, the Arctic Home in the Vedas. On his release in 1914, on the eve of World War I, Tilak once more plunged into politics. He launched the Home Rule League with the rousing slogan, Swarajya is my birthright and I will have it. In 1916, he rejoined the Congress Party and signed the historic Lucknow Pact, a Hindu-Muslim accord with Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the future founder of Pakistan. Tilak visited England in 1918 as president of the Indian Home Rule League. He realized that the Labour Party was the growing force in British politics, and he established firm relationships with its leaders. His foresight was justified. It was the Labour movement that granted independence to India in 1947.